Hi, I'm Matt with State of Flex here to talk to you about the 1995 film The Babysitter. This is part of an occasional series that you'll see me pop up with called Must See, I guess. These are movies that are so incredibly unusual that I'm going to give you a recommendation to watch them, even though they might not be the greatest. The first movie of this ilk that I have currently on my channel is Shadow in the Cloud. That's a film that you can watch on Hulu. I encourage you to check it out. It is so unusual. This is a film that kind of works the same way in that it is an interesting concept. It's not your standard film. This movie, starring Alicia Silverstone, made in 1995, is kind of ahead of its time in a weird way. This is a whole film about predatory gaze. Not G-A-Y-S, G-A-Z-E. The whole film, you are following different characters who have complete and total obsession with somebody else. And the film follows them and goes into like their mind palace, if you will, where they are constructing scenarios with the object of their gaze. Oftentimes it's the babysitter. You have a father figure who keeps imagining spending time with the babysitter in progressively creepy ways. Every time the gaze is examined, it's always in some predatory context. The film also stars Nicky Katt and Jeremy London, who have roles also where they're constantly obsessing over the babysitter. They're peers of hers at school. And then the film also remarkably addresses a female gaze scene where you have a female sort of in a predatory act. The wife of the father figure has like an object of her affection as well that's examined. And all of this examination on the predatory gaze is something that's kind of unique and something that really does need to be addressed. This movie would be exceptionally good if it didn't suck so much. It's almost perplexing how something that has such good intent at like bringing something to the forefront that we don't often see in our society, just like spirals out of control. And like I can't really even necessarily pinpoint what makes it bad. It's just like perplexingly not good. But it's also something where you're watching it and you can't look away. Like it is minutely boring, but at the same time you need to know what happens next. And you want to see what happens with the babysitter. Alicia Silverstone is really, really good in this film. Is it Alicia or Alicia? Scream goes with Alicia, so I guess I should too. Plus, wife's name is Alicia. Anyway, she is really good in this film and definitely way above it. And most of the film, I sat there just feeling kind of sorry for her, the actress, having to be put into these scenarios with like predatory male aggression and like sexual aggression as well, and things like that. It's really kind of ratty, and I was not impressed with that at all. And I think that is a lot of where the film kind of misfires, because if it had something stronger to say outside of just exploring predatory gaze, having something to say about it maybe would have been a good idea. That said, I do still kind of applaud the film for addressing such topics. Yeah, it's just really a shame it sucks. I'd give it 2 stars, probably really generous in doing that. But I also kind of urge people to check this out because it's something that we should bring further into the forefront. And it's also just like perplexingly weird and whatnot. So if you get a chance, check out The Babysitter. It's currently streaming on Hulu. So you can have yourself a twofer. You can watch The Babysitter and Shadow in the Clouds and have yourself a really unusual night. Yeah, so check out The Babysitter. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know if you even watched this movie. I saw it years and years and years ago, and it just blipped out of the existence in my brain. So much so I couldn't even really remember what happens until I was rewatching it last night. And yeah, it's an unusual film. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.